How's it going, people? This is a doubleheader match because I was lazy and I didn't record anything last week, Wednesday. So anyway, we have a battle an RU match against a guy named JD, random numbers, and then we have a monotype match against a guy named or a person named Uchiha for random numbers. So I'm not gonna say all of the numbers, whatever. And I'm actually going to go into my Aggron thinking that, well, I don't know because my Aggron can't really do anything to his Aggron, so that's the reason why I switch out and go into my Torkoal because I'm assuming that his Aggron has Stealth Rock, so that's why I switched this in. But it turns out he's just going to go with the, he's actually just going to switch out and go with the Quellfish, and I'm going to try to go with the Lava Plume, probably thinking that it might want to go with Waterfall, just probably trying to kill my Rapid Spinner, but it's not being the case. Because he actually has, well, he has Thunder Wave, which probably would have been red flag to me, that it probably doesn't really have any attacking moves, but whatever. He's actually going to bring in Moltres now, just to go with the Air Slash, probably try to para-flinch me. Doesn't really work out, gonna be able to go with Toxic just to get some damage on it, and turns out that it is Life Orb, so that's going to be racked up damage, so that is actually very good, so... And then I go with Protect just to get some more racked up damage on it. So now I'm going to go into Yuxi because I know Yuxi on this team can pretty much take anything that he wants to go for. So that's exactly what happens. Now he's going to go with an Air Slash that's about a 3-hit KO probably. Actually with leftovers that looks like 4 hits. So I know Yuxi could be able to take it and then rebuttal with anything that I really want to go for, but it turns out that my only attacking move on this Yuxi is U-turn, so yeah. And now I'm actually just gonna go with the Stealth Rocks here when he roosts. I knew that he probably wanted to roost because what Life Orb Moltres does not have roost? I have no idea, but whatever. I just wanted to set up Stealth Rocks because it could be a good thing for me. Mainly because he does have a Moltres, which is quite affected by this, and if I made it switch out, then that would be pretty good. But what I'm going to do is go into Drappy and probably just go with a Taunt, because I want to just get this thing taunted so that I couldn't go for Roost again. That's pretty much my whole idea, my plan, my nasty plot, I guess. But anyway. Just gonna go with the taunt on the next turn. Don't know why I'm over-predicting, but don't know why I'm over-speaking. I don't know why I said over-predicting. I wasn't predicting anything. I'm just saying, but he's actually just gonna go with Quillfish, which is actually very nice, because if this Quillfish really doesn't have anything to hurt me with, then it is gonna switch out. So that's why I'm going with Taunt right now. And since it is Taunt bait, I guess, so it's pretty much a useless Pokemon. After it gets up spikes, then pretty much anything can come in and kill it, but most likely it has Destiny Bond, so that's the thing. And now he's actually just gonna switch out here, which further proves my theory, and then he's gonna go into Aggron. Now I'm thinking that this Aggron has what is that called? It has Stealth Rock, so that's why I went for the taunt next turn. I guess you can kind of say that was a bad play in a sense, because I was still thinking that it might have Taunt. That's why I went with the I was thinking that it might have Stealth Rocks. That's why I went with Taunt. Kind of switched that, almost switched that up, but he's just gonna hit me in the head with his, well, head, I guess. So that pretty much takes me out from full health, which tells me that maybe he might be choice banded, but this will prove my theory if I go into Aggron and find out. And it does prove my theory because he switches out because he can't hurt me. So that was actually pretty good. Now I know most of his team's set, and when I saw Rotom, I already knew that it was choice. So every time you see a Rotom, it's most likely choice. What I'm going to do is go with the Automalize, basically just to get up my speed, because if he did want to switch out, I knew that I could be able to outspeed anything. But he actually just goes with a Trick, I guess probably thinking that I would want to go with the Automalize again. It doesn't actually see, I don't really see it that way. I really just see it as getting up one Automalize, because one Automalize, I did this before in another monotype match I might show. I did this before. I went with Automalize and a Rapidash was on the field, and it turns out I outspeed the Rapidash, so that was pure speed. But he's actually just gonna die from the Rockhead, and then he's gonna go into Gallade, which kind of messed me over because I don't really have, well, since I'm locked in the since I'm locked in to Head Smash, then I can't really hurt this thing with it being half fighting. So I'm just gonna go with the Uxie on the obvious fighting type move, and he's just gonna go with Night Slash. Not really gonna do too much to me since I am Impish Nature, max HP, and just gonna go with the Thunder Wave here because I know getting Thunder Wave speed is gonna be an issue in the end, is what I'm trying to say. So crippling this thing with the Thunder Wave is actually a pretty good idea. Now what I should have done was I think I did switch out. Yeah, I switched out. I went with the U-turn, with that being my only attacking move. I went with the U-turn just to get some damage on it with it being half psychic. I know that would have been normal damage and stuff. So he actually just goes into Marsh Tomp, which I don't really care too much about since I am just going to go into Sauce Buff and basically just go with the Horn Leech. What I probably should have done was probably go with Swords Dance, thinking that I would want to switch out, but just in case, if he just stayed in for some random reason, then he probably would have been able to Scald Burn me or something. I don't know, probably whatever he has. But because that Horn Leech didn't do enough to hurt the Quellfish, I know that I'm going to have to go with the Swords Dance. And then he actually just goes with Spikes, which is actually, I don't really care too much, but then at this point I do kind of care now because he might just get up all 3 spikes, so that is going to be an issue because I don't really feel like having +3 anything. And now he's actually going to go into Moltres. I was thinking that Moltres would probably die because it has a lot of Stealth Rock damage on it, and then it has Toxic Spikes and Life Orb just coming at it from nowhere, so that's the thing. And turns out it doesn't die from all of the recoil that it just got, and that was really surprising to me, caught me off guard. And now I'm like, okay, I gotta let something else die. Aggron is pretty much crippled because it's choice now. I can't really do whatever I want to do, but it turns out misses the Fire Blast and I kill him with an Iron Head, which is actually pretty funny because he was about to kill me with something that was super effective, and then I kill him with something that was not very effective. But either way, it probably would have died. So that being the case, he's gonna bring in Aggron. I'm just gonna keep going for Iron Head, probably just to get the flinch on it. But turns out that does a lot, and I'm like, maybe I can go for it again. But he brings a Marsh Stomp, go with another Iron Head, and basically it gets a crit, so that does just about as much. So now I'm just gonna keep trying to get the flinch. Turns out it doesn't happen. He goes with Roar, roars me out into Uxie. Not too big of an issue since I don't take any damage from spikes. I am just gonna need to switch out right now. I don't know if I have anything to really damage it, like Toxic or something, but I'm just gonna switch out with the U-turn. Probably thinking that maybe I would get a crit on the U-turn, maybe not, but whatever this Marsh Stomp wants to go for. All I saw on it so far was Roar, so I don't know what it's going to go for. So I'm just gonna go into Aggron just to let it die, just in case if you want to go for Scald, Hydro Pump, whatever it wanted to go for. I don't know why it would have Hydro Pump. Does Mudkip learn Hydro Pump? Maybe it's an egg move, I don't know, but just gonna bring in Sock. Now here, I have no idea why I made this play. I probably could have swept the rest of this team with, I probably wouldn't have switched out my team if this happened, so I don't know why I did this. I went with the close combat for like no apparent reason, just to kill it off from that range. Anything in my arsenal pretty much would have killed it off because I am adamant, choice banded, so I know that it would have killed it off, but because I am not sure that I would be able to kill it off, and plus I'm at a -1 in defense and special defense, I do not feel like taking, any move from this thing, so. And plus, if close combat doesn't kill me, I would be down at +2, but then I'm just gonna have to let Torkoal come in and die. If it wouldn't have died and whatever he would have done, I would have lived for like some random reason. I don't know how, but just gonna get some more spikes damage on myself with Stealth Rocks added as a touch, and then I'm just gonna kill everything off from here on out with an Earthquake. So that's pretty much good game, JD. and I'll probably leave links and stuff in the description. And I don't know what UC's moveset is, so I'll probably put that in the description if you guys are interested to look there. If you're not, whatever. I think they might. I think he might have a channel. If he does, go check it out. If he doesn't, oh well. But I met him off of the Smoke on Wi-Fi. Everything I met off of the Smoke on Wi-Fi Battle Finder. So here is another. Here is another battle. It is, I think it's monotype match, and it's grass. I have grass. He has ghost, which is actually very interesting. Didn't really expect anybody to really bring ghost, but he brought ghost. So that's it. And I need to stop saying ghost. So now he's gonna go with Calm Mind. What I was thinking I might want to do is go with a taunt, but on the off chance. Well, I was thinking that you might want to go with a taunt, but either way, I probably could have just gyro balled here, see how much that would do, because I probably would have done a lot, because most Calm Minding Miss Magi, whatever, they're all fast. Most of them are timid, so they're all fast. I don't know a slow one, never met it yet, but just gonna go with the gyro ball, trying to hit it from where it is at right now. Turns out that it won't turns out that he brings in a Jellicent. Now here I protect just to scout what he wants to do. He actually just wants to go with a taunt. Don't really feel like I'm taking a taunt on anything so far. Maybe what I probably would have, yeah, I still want to scout, so maybe he could have been like choice specs with random water spout that I don't know of, but whatever. Just gonna send a Celebi because it doesn't really have any moves. I am choice Scarf, so it's going to kill. But it turns out that my Leaf Storm misses and his Will-O-Wisp miss, so that's kind of no attacking turn, I guess you can say that. But just gonna go with the Leaf Storm on this turn, and then do like over half the Dusknoir, which is very amazing. Well, since I know that most Dusknoirs are physically attacking, I am just gonna go into my Tangrowth just to sponge any hit that I want to go for. Goes with the Shadow Sneak. Let's see how much that does. Absolutely nothing. So I know that I'm pretty much safe. So if that was the only thing that he has, Fire Punch, let's see how much that does. Again, absolutely nothing. Lucky he didn't get the burn, but whatever. Gonna go with the Sleep Powder on this turn, and then I'm just going to go with Leech Seed, and then keep trying to Giga Drain and stuff like that. Now the reason why I actually sped this part up to like plus 1000 is because the person really doesn't understand their situation right now. Because I have Giga Drain, Leech Seed, and Sleep Powder. What I can do with all of those attacks, I don't even have to use HP Fire. I can basically just keep using all of those attacks and then just basically win this, because I don't really have to do too much. All I have to do is just sit back and keep getting energy. So I have no idea why they're just staying in and just keep going for Pain Split or Will-O-Wisp. It goes for either. It goes for both, really. So it can't really do anything to me. Will-O-Wisp missed, but I go with Giga Drain this turn because I still want to get more health. Now probably thinking that he would still want to switch out. I still want to keep going for Giga Drain or HP Fire, whatever I want to go for. It's my choice. I forgot what I really went for. I think I went for Giga Drain this turn. Yeah, I did. Okay, so I went with Giga Drain just to take back my health that he just took away from me, and then I'm going to put him to sleep this turn after he burns me. So that is going to be not too big of an issue because he still doesn't understand the situation right now. Because right now I'm in a good situation. I'm alright, and he's just letting his Dusknoir die. This thing probably would have came in handy for something else. I don't know why you're using it right now. You could have burned me and then switched out when I put you to sleep. You didn't really have to stay asleep for the whole entire match and then Pain Split and then just keep doing this all over again. It's really not too big of an issue. You could have had like a sleep fodder or something and then switched out. Basically what I'm saying is you could have done better if you're watching this. I'm saying that they could have done better, so whatever. Stays asleep, goes with Giga Drain, take it out, and that's pretty much the end of that whole fiasco. So now he's gonna switch into his, what is that, Jellicent? Yeah, he's gonna switch into Jellicent. Not too big of an issue because well, he's just gonna go for taunt, and I'm just gonna go for Giga Drain. I have no idea why he taunted me. Probably because he went for the probably because I have Leech Seed and Sleep Powder. That's the reason why he taunts me. But if he saw before that I had Giga Drain. He probably should have switched into something else. Probably should have switched into what is that thing name? Gengar, because I know that he still has it. Or Miss Magius to try to set up something on me, but I don't know why or something. I don't know. He could have done different things in this situation is what I'm trying to say, but just gonna kill this thing off with 2 Leaf Storms and that'll be the end of that. He's gonna bring in Gengar since this is a half poison and a minus at 4. I know I can absolutely not do anything to this thing since I am Choice Scarf, but I know that I can use Celebi any other time. So what I'm gonna do is go into Pharaoh Seed just to take any real hit that it wants to go for. Biting that it doesn't go for Focus Blast, predicting my switch, but he does just go with Focus Blast, and maybe I was thinking since I did get the special defense drop, maybe he might be thinking I would want to switch out this turn. So that's why I stayed in and went with the Leech Seed, but it turns out he actually just wants to kill me off right now because apparently Ferrothorn is a threat in this scenario. But just gonna switch out after getting some more HP and basically whittling this thing down a little bit more at a time. And now I go into Torterra. Now I could have done something else that was different than switching to Torterra. I probably could have went into Celebi just to take the Shadow Ball, or I probably could have went into anything to really take the Shadow Ball since Torterra not Shadow Ball, Focus Blast. Probably could have went into anything to take the Focus Blast, but I guess Torterra seemed the most unlikely because this isn't a Stealth Rock setup Torterra. This is actually a Choice Banded Torterra with Crunch, I guess. And I think it has Stone Edge. Crunch, Stone Edge, not Wood Hammer. At least not that I know of. Earthquake and Wood Hammer, probably. That seems like the most offensive move other than Razor Leaf. I mean, that'd be funny. But just gonna go into Pharaoh Seed after being killed by that thing. But now, since I sped this part up, he's gonna go with Taunt, and surprisingly, this lives. I thought Pharaoh Seed would take it out from that range since it is faster than me. I'm very slow, and plus Frost Last has paper thin defenses, so that's why I was kind of surprised. But he's gonna bring in his Jellicent, and then I'm just gonna go with the Leaf Storm. Pretty much anything at this point. If he probably would have switched into any of his Pokemon like Golurk, then that still would have been Leaf Storm. So that's the thing. And I was thinking maybe Leaf Storm would take it out from here and I would get a Pseudo Sweep with Celebi, but that does not end up being the case, and he's just gonna kill me off with Shadow Punch. Doesn't too much matter in the long run because I can just bring out Virizion. Actually, I can bring out anything at this point since Grass and such to kill it off. So I just decided to bring in Virizion because we haven't saw it in a long time. So yeah, Virizion coming out here just to do some work. And that is pretty much going to be a good game. That was a good game, both of you guys. Put links in the description if they have matches, something or rather. But this is Shadow, signing out.